This is the GJRB Online Network. And good afternoon, everyone. From across America, GJRB Online brings you the best of jazz from the GJRB Spreaker Studios on Clinton's North End, just above the Lions Shopping District. I'm Gary J. Rustin. Good afternoon. Hope you enjoy our jazz today. Got some great jazz coming up for you here on GJRB Online, including some great jazz. I got some new emerging artists, and I got some great classic jazz from artists like Miles Davis and Dizzy Gillispie. Got a track coming up from some great jazz artists, and I'll have some new emerging jazz as well. So stay with me throughout the afternoon. In the background, you're listening to Vince Girardi. The Vince Girardi Trio right now. Cast your fate to the wind on the best of jazz. Yosef Lateef. The great version of CC Ryder on the Best of Jazz. Before that, we opened up the show with Vince Girardi Trio and Cast Your Fate to the Wind from 1963. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online Network here on Spreaker here in Clinton. And welcome to our show of the Best of Jazz recordings. Got some really good ones this afternoon, and I hope you'll spend about a few hours with me. Kick back. Iowa Hawkeyes had a great victory today, 30-0 over Rutgers. Absolutely fabulous. So we're going to kick back now and just kind of relax with some really good jazz. Got some great covers this afternoon, too. One great cover from Diana Krall of a great cover of Sergio Mendes and the Brazil 66 Look of Love. Absolutely fabulous. Also have Lena Horne with a classic, too. And got some good ones. Great vocalist, great jazz this afternoon on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online, right here on Spreaker, across America and around the world. Hope you'll join me today. Got some George Benson, my home city of Pittsburgh, coming up. But right now, here's Ahmad Jamal Trio and The Awakening on the Best of Jazz. one of the best out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Absolutely great. One of my favorites. George Benson and Brazen on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online Network. And just ahead of that, you heard Ahmad Jamal Trio with The Awakening. And you're listening to the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Good afternoon. Welcome to a Saturday of great jazz, all varieties, jazz, smooth, classic, jazz fusion, classic jazz, and some big band too coming up a little later on with Tommy. Let's see what we got coming up here a little later on here. I have some classic big band coming up a little later on from I believe it's Benny Goodman. Yep, Benny Goodman coming up. A great big band cover from Brendan. It was out of Canada, a new emerging artist, with a great version of Stompin' at the Savvy. Absolutely fabulous. So it's all coming up on the Best of Jazz. Also coming up today, we have a cover, like I said earlier, a cover of some good stuff there. Two covers, fabulous. A Look of Love by Diana Krall coming up a little later on. And on the way, I'll have Clark Terry with Straight No Chaser. Good one. And we'll hear a new emerging artist. We've been playing him for quite a bit. His name is Asuncion. We play Pulsations, Off the Chain on our smooth jazz. Absolutely fabulous stuff. This guy's got a new, it's called a Jazz Loft. It's coming up next on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online. Saturday show, once a month on the first of the month, bring you the Best of Jazz. And of course, working on another time slot for this program in the evening, either pre-recorded, voice tracked or what have you, or sometimes live. We'll bring you the Best of Jazz on in the evening to kick back and relax, so stay tuned for that. If you like this program, hit the like button. Love to hear from you. We're on Spreaker, 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 and bring you the best in jazz. And I just posted this podcast on a couple of social sites, mainly Facebook, on all my groups, and it's working nicely. Posted on Meet the Spreaker Tavern, and GJRB Online listeners group. Also, coming up, posting on MeWe, and we'll throw on there on Pinterest as well. So enjoy the afternoon of great jazz here on the Best of Jazz. And a lot of really good stuff. It looks like Weather on the Fly. Take a look at that coming up. It looks like the hurricane dropped off a little bit. It weakened down to a Category 1 yesterday, and I think it's headed to out into the waters. It's not so bad there. I believe the last I checked, it's headed up toward Nova Scotia. They're saying the storm has weakened, but you have to wonder, when it's over the ocean, if it could gain impact. But it's headed offshore anyway. It's headed north, headed up toward Nova Scotia. But they've left a lot of devastation in its path, and I heard a lot of people, especially down in the Bahamas and around Florida, got hit pretty bad, and in the Carolinas, Cape Hatteras. And I think a lot of them, thankfully, dodged a bullet, so to speak. And they're just cleaning up. Efforts are going on right now under sunny skies in most areas. Let's take a look at our weather on the fives right now and see what's going on in the national weather scene. And let's see what's going on. Like I said before, headed up to Nova Scotia. Hurricane Dorian is going to continue to accelerate towards Nova Scotia, as I said earlier. Early this weekend, portions of coastal New England is going to be under the gun, with impacting on tropical storm force winds, rough surf, and locally heavy rainfall. And the center of the storm passes well offshore. Elsewhere, heat advisories continue in portions of the deep south and the Gulf Coast due to increasing heat and humidity. I was talking about that yesterday. Look at the triple digits they have around Arizona and in those areas. And we'll be doing the temperature check on those. And a complete full weather update coming up from our friends at Weather Nation coming up next hour. We'll check some temperatures across the nation in some of those crucial areas. So stay tuned for that. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 talk shows, or any time in the hour that ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour. Weather on the 5s. On GJRB. Got some more great jazz coming up for you. Stay tuned. Got Clark Terry on the way as we continue the best of jazz.
Hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon.
If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming.
And programming in other great music formats.
Like blues, urban, including rap. Also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. There you go. Straight No Chaser, Clark Terry on GJRB Online. Best of Jazz. This artist we play quite a bit on our Best of Jazz show, our Smooth Jazz, Smooth Afternoon. This artist's name is Ascension. This is a new one. It's called The Jazz Loft. There you go, that's Ascension, and you're listening to the Best of Jazz. I'll be right back with some more great jazz coming up on the GJRB Online Network.